Yes, it responds.
Man.
What's going on, guys? Wayne's Workshop here. Insomnia Egypt is just around the corner. We're flying next week and we are borrowing some CastleCrasher cosplays from our friends over at Clueless Cosplay. Now the problem is we're taking 4 CastleCrasher heads, but we only have 3 weapons. So we needed one more, and what better weapon than the mighty fish weapon, and here's how we made it. First, I downloaded an image of the fish weapon and blew up the size in Photoshop. Cut out 4 slabs of 10mm foam and traced the template onto the foam pieces. You cut that out and repeat it 3 more times so you have 4 fishies. Touch the fishy. Then I threw some of that good old contact glue on each side and glued them all together, and remember to press firmly all around. I then took my belt sander and turned it on its side so it's more stationary and started sanding the rough parts off so it would become more rounded in shape. Of course, my drive belt decided this was a good time to break, so I had to replace it and I forgot to put the cap back on. Once all the rough parts are done with the belt sander, I took my Dremel with sanding drum bit and started doing the touch-up work where I couldn't reach with the belt sander. Afterwards, I got rid of most of the fuzz with a normal hand sander. When that was done, I took a pointy stone bit and started going into the sharp corners. With all that done, it was time to get into detailing, so I checked the template for detail and cut into the foam with a box cutter. Then I hit it with the heat gun to pop those lines open. The artwork in the game is all really thick lines, so these small lines weren't going to cut it, so I used the pointy stone bit again to cut into the lines, creating a deeper, more rounded cut. I proceeded to do the rest of the detail in a similar way. Add some more raised detail by cutting out fins and cross eyes out of 5mm foam, and I super glued them on. Then I heat sealed the whole thing and it was time for some Plastidip. Don't forget to shake your can and to wear protection. Realizing I didn't have enough Plastidip, I just grabbed some Flex Bond from Cosplay Shop Select Style and I added 3 more layers to seal it up properly. Once that was all dry, Angela took over for the paint job because she is just better at it than I am. The first base coat was a gray primer, so the bright colors show better because we were using black foam. The first color was Tamiya Yellow Acrylic to provide an undertone for the rest of the colors. Once the yellow was dry, she switched to a enamel bright metallic green from Humbrol. She painted the rest of the fish with green, but leaving some yellow in it for a nice fade effect. She then switched to a dark brown for some dark spots and details on the fish, like the lips, around the eyes, and around some dremeled in bevels. Then, with some black acrylics, she hand painted the cross eyes and some other details like inside of the dremeled in bevels. And that's that! We have a mighty fish weapon ready to bash some heads in. This was a really fun, quick build, and the fish weapon is ready to come to Egypt with us. Now, if you think this whole airbrushing business was hocus pocus to you, or you think you can't do it or can't afford one, I have a video coming up where I bought a really cheap, complete airbrush set. This is with compressor and basic airbrush, and I'm going to show you all the basics of airbrush and that everybody can do it at a minimal amount of cost. We're also still working on part 3 of how to build cosplay armor and doing the mechanic Brigitte one, so stay tuned for that. But for now, we just wanted to build a silly fish weapon. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's bash some heads in with a fish. See you in the next one.
Thanks again for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. If you learned something from the video, please share this within your cosplay groups to also help your fellow cosplayer. We also have a Ko-fi account. Please consider donating a coffee. This helps support and grow the channel. Link in the description. Thank you so much.